my best friend at the same restaurant south of town almost every Friday for breakfast. About a year and a half ago, we had a young server take our order that was so personable and funny and laughed at our stupid jokes that it was almost like the three of us just bonded in a way. My friend and I were regulars, and we started requesting to be in Maddie's section each week. Maddie started to share her life story with us, and each week as she started to feel more comfortable, she'd share a little bit more. She was the oldest of 5 kids. Her mom left the family when Maddie was very young. Her dad was raising all 5 kids, but he had a drug problem, had been in jail, had difficulty holding or even getting a job. All the kids had been shuffled around living with dad or grandparents. It was a very dysfunctional family. One day at breakfast, I asked Maddie if we could pray for her. That question brought her to tears. She said no one had ever asked her that before. The next week, I brought her a Bible, which she confessed months later that she hadn't really read yet. We developed a friendship, occasionally sharing a meal together. I text her encouraging words or just that I was praying for her. She actually came to Jingle Jam with Ralph and I, and it was the first time she'd ever been in a church. The most amazing things started to happen. One Sunday, an older couple came into the restaurant and told her they were getting ready to pray before they ate and asked how they could pray for her. Another day, as Maddie described it to me, a bunch of rough motorcycle guys came in, only for her to find out that they were all Christians and asked how they could pray for her. Then she was at a Chinese buffet and a total stranger came over to her and her friend and said the Lord wanted her to share her story with them. She ended the story by telling Maddie that sometimes God lets you go through the storms to make you stronger. That story, she told me, gave her a sense of peace. I told Maddie I was amazed how God just kept pursuing her, and she said it was, but it was also, in her words, so weird and freaked her out, but in a good way. Then COVID hit. She lost her job at the restaurant. Maddie asked me to pray for her because she had applied for a job at a bank. I prayed for her. I put her on the prayer list and was able to tell her that 50 people from Salem had been praying for her, which once again brought her to tears. Amazingly, while we were still in COVID shutdown, she was offered the job over a guy that was more qualified. Just recently, Maddie told me she wasn't religious, but she believed there is a God and she prays. She also told me that since we met and became friends and all the God encounters she'd had, her life is so different. What I would really like for all of you to know is this: I am not a Bible scholar. I paraphrase a lot. I get tongue-tied thinking about witnessing to someone. But when God puts that one lost sheep in your path, all you really need to do is be a good listener, be a friend, and love them. God will take care of the rest.